Today is day 20, and we want to talk about how not to die. It's the daily dozen to make sure you don't accidentally sign yourself up to die any sooner than what you have to, courtesy of Dr. Gregor. I've had several heart attacks, which is why I've been inspired to change the way that I eat and try to become so diligent with my exercise. So what I do every morning is I wake up and I do this. Now I'm doing this before I work out tonight to just kind of illustrate, just how this is. And you see and I'll show you the reading here in a second. So it's at 119/87 with 65 for the my pulse. Now what I typically do is I write down the results right here in my book. So I see how my blood pressure is running in the early morning hours, and I keep a close tab on that because I have to do that for my cardiologist. This is the latest one on day 20 when I woke up this morning, okay? So my blood pressure's gotten better and better. And my running 4 miles in the morning time has kind of helped to facilitate, make that a little bit better. But my history of dealing with heart attacks goes back to even this shirt right here, because this context, right after this contest, is when I had my second heart attack. I've had a total of about 5 to 6 episodes. But after this particular contest, I got ready for a bodybuilding contest, this particular one, and then I had a heart attack that night when I went to work afterwards. After I had dehydrated myself for the contest and all that, then I, treated myself to a big, gigantic, greasy, salty pizza and literally had a second heart attack. Well, one of the guys that I researched along with Dr. Campbell and a black cardiologist, Baxter Montgomery in Houston, and the various movies that I've shared with you previously. But one of the guys is named Dr. Gregor, and he has a very interesting thing that he's supplied called a book he wrote called How Not to Die. And he gives us the daily dozens, like there's 12 things that you should eat on a daily basis so that you don't sign yourself up to die any quicker than what you have to. Dr. Gregor's Daily Dozen. Everything we should ideally strive to fit into our daily routine for optimum health and longevity. Beans, 3 servings a day, cooked, or 60 grams of hummus. Berries, 1 serving a day. Fruit, 3 servings per day. 1 medium fruit or 40 grams of dried fruit. Cruciferous vegetables, serving 1 a day, either chopped with even horseradish would count. Greens, 2 servings a day, raw 60 grams, cooked 90 grams. Vegetables, 2 per day, 50 grams of non-leafy vegetables. Flax seeds, 1 serving a day, which is 1 tablespoon of ground up flax seeds. Nuts, 1 serving per day, 30 grams of nuts or 2 tablespoons of nut butter. Grains, 3 servings per day, 100 grams of hot cereal or 1 slice of bread. Spices, 1 serving per day, a combination of water, tea, or hibiscus tea. Yeah, here's a look at my favorite concoction, my hibiscus tea. I use like 100 tea bags per batch that I make. And since it's in that list of things to drink, this actually substitutes for the times when everybody else is drinking alcohol and I'm drinking this. It's a great substitute, and I put several other items in this to make it taste that much better. Now, just so you know how about that life I really am. When I make batches, I make big batches of it. Put it in old liquor bottles, and drink them. High concentrated hibiscus tea, because the higher the concentration, the better the effect on the body, the positive effects on the body. So you see some of the items that are part of the daily dozen he talks about. Now, let's take a look at how these different types of daily dozens, plus a few more different variations of it, like coffee and a couple of spices, and the effect that it can have in helping your body heal so that you don't die. That's what the whole book is about, how not to die. Here's an anatomy on how not to die. Discover the food scientifically proven to prevent disease and add years to your life. First of all, saffron has been shown to treat depression as effectively as Prozac. Bell peppers have been associated with significantly lowering the risk of Parkinson's, and increasing fiber intake by 7 grams per day may result in a 7% reduction in the risk of stroke. Strawberries have been shown to reverse the development of esophageal cancer. Mushrooms have been proven to boost immune system activity and may reduce the incidence of upper respiratory infections. Dried apples lower bad cholesterol. Hibiscus tea has been shown to reduce blood pressure. Green tea is associated with a 30% reduction in breast cancer risk. 1 extra serving of fruit per day may reduce your risk of dying from chronic obstructive pulmonary disease by 24%. Coffee can reduce liver inflammation. Adding 5 cups per week of lentils, chickpeas, split peas, or navy beans can result in weight loss and may reduce the risk of diabetes. Turmeric may make colorectal polyps disappear. Ground flaxseed may help prevent prostate cancer, and broccoli may double bladder cancer survival. That's it. Four, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Put my makeshift squat bar back into the broom closet where it belongs. Decided to do it the original way, just the run, those 3 things, and then the run again to see how fast I get it done. Got all of them done in about 42 minutes. So that extra that I usually put into it with the calf raises and all that, didn't include it this time around, but got through it pretty quickly. But it still posed a problem or a challenge because since there was a quicker turnaround, it tended to get me a little more winded because it was a faster pace of everything. So in a sense, they all pretty much balance out to be the same general strain, except maybe just a little bit less as far as time is concerned. Instead of an hour and 15 minutes, I save a half hour on working out, which actually isn't a bad deal. The How Not to Die book is in tandem with a How Not to Die website. Be sure you go and check it out. It doesn't have any advertisements on it. And Dr. Gregor also has a YouTube channel, and sometimes he answers things, live on Instagram as well as YouTube. If you have live questions, you can ask him there. And like I said, I have no interest or money or profitability from giving this to you. I'm just trying to give you good resources that have helped me out on this plant-based exercise journey. So as you can see, the inspiration for this journey was a life or death matter for me. I hope it doesn't become one for you, that you would just make this journey without being prompted by an emergency like I was. And remember, Dr. Gregor's website is absolutely free of charge, no advertisement. It's just a labor of love from his standpoint and a pretty good investment of time. Give it a shot.